Our story began in Imbermoor, the central kingdom of the land. The royal family of Imbermoor have been keeping the land alive for centuries, dedicating their lives to protect an ancient crystal known as the Vitalius. The Vitalius was a stone that had forged a strong connection with the earth, one that could decide the fate of this realm. It would determine if the crops would grow, if the animals would stay healthy, and if the people would thrive from kingdom to kingdom. However, the Vitalius is only able to bring prosperity to the land if it is wielded by someone of a kind heart. In the wrong hands, this very same crystal can easily doom the kingdoms, capable of destroying everything with a simple spell. That is why it must never fall into the wrong hands, especially if those hands belong to the very oracle who'd forged the powerful stone. The oracle's name was X, and they were the ancient mage who'd first created the Vitalius many eons ago. X had initially created the magical gem to be used as a weapon, one that would ensure the royals of Imbermoor would have total power over the realm. Yet, X was repulsed when they discovered that the royals were going to use this incredible stone to bring peace between the kingdoms, which had been at war in the past, instead of taking conquest and ruling all of the land on their own. X tried to take the Vitalius for themselves, claiming that they would use it to control the entire world if the royals refused to see its true potential, attacking every kingdom across the land with its power. X had expected all of the kingdoms to crumble and submit to their ruling, but were baffled when the mass destruction instead brought the fallen kingdoms together. The people rose up to defeat X, banishing them to the barren wastelands of the Obsidian Forest, freeing the land from their reign. As the land was rebuilt in recent years, it became more important than ever for alliances to form between the divided nations, ensuring the safety of the people in each kingdom. The majority of these alliances were formed between arranged marriages of royals, especially those from Imbermoor's bloodline. This, well, it didn't go well for our youngest prince of the Imbermoor kingdom. How so? Well, I suppose we'll have to look back and see.
Rain, I'm only doing this for your own good. You're going to need to marry a princess from another kingdom someday. All I wish to do is to help you through the process. It will help our own kingdom prosper to unite with another.
I know that, Dad. Blah, blah, blah. Boring noble stuff. I get it. But does it have to be through marriage? I don't want to marry some stuck-up princess. I want to meet someone on my own.
Rain, that is very rude. Besides, that's why we called Princess Malibu here today. Her mother and I are hoping for you to get along so our kingdoms may form an alliance. And if you two get along, and perhaps someday your friendship may spark something more.
Dad, ew! I'm only 6 years old. I hate that stuff.
My son, please. You must try to be more understanding.
All I understand is that you're trying to make me date all these girls I don't even like. Heck, I don't even know most of them. What if I don't like girls? Huh? What do we do then?
That's perfectly fine, my son. After all, there are plenty of handsome young men in the neighboring kingdoms who are married to a prince.
Seriously? Ugh, I can't believe you.
And just where do you think you're going?
I don't know. Somewhere that I don't have to be bossed around, probably.
Bite your tongue, young man.
Blah, blah, blah.
Rain!
Oh, boo, I'm going outside. Married? I'm not even past the first grade. I don't want to get married. This is stupid. How do I get out of this mess? Maybe I can pretend I died? Yeah, that worked for Juliet. Oh, wait, no, that was awful.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they both died in the end.
What the?
Ugh. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Who are you? How did you get in here?
I'm Malibu, Princess of the Tiefling Kingdom. I was sent here to visit the prince.
Really? That's you?
Yep, that's me. Even if I'm not happy about it, don't get me wrong, I really want this alliance to work. It's super important and stuff,
But you wanted to be able to make your own choice instead of being dragged into someone else's?
Yeah, you understand. That's why I always love coming to the palace gardens first. People who take time to enjoy nature are normally a bit smarter, you know?
I agree. This is probably my favorite place in the castle. Everything is so peaceful and pretty. It's also a great place to draw.
You're an artist?
I guess so. I mean, I'm not great at it, but I like coming out here to draw all the flowers and animals.
Me too. Maybe I can just form an alliance with you instead of that prince.
Wait, what?
don't get me wrong. I've heard that Prince Rain is very nice. I just don't like princes in general, if you know what I mean.
I can't say I do.
Really? I think they're all a bunch of stuffy jerks. Princes are always so dumb and loud. It's so annoying.
Yeah, very annoying, sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I never asked for your name. What is it?
It's Rain.
Rain what?
Prince Rain?
Oh, well, that's not so. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't even think.
No, don't be. I think it's kind of funny. That, and it's nice to meet someone honest. If I have to hear one more princess tell me I'm handsome, I think I'm gonna gag. I mean, come on, really? You think this is attractive?
It's really not that bad. But your skin could really use some sun, Count Dracula. I don't think you'd burn up if you left the castle more.
True, but my dad is super clingy. So I doubt I'll be able to go outside or see anybody I'm not getting married to.
Yeah. What if we keep meeting like this? Then we can work on the alliance between our two kingdoms. And you can finally see some sun.
That's a great idea! But, no offense, I still don't want to, you know.
I am not going to make you marry me. Don't worry. We'll just be friends. And if our parents try to force someone to propose, we'll think of something, right?
I can pretend to be poisoned and sneak us out through a window.
That seems a little bit extreme.
You've clearly never met my dad.
That's fair. So, do we have a deal?
Seems so. Deal.
Okay, great. Now let's go back inside. The king seemed really mad before, so it'd probably be a good idea to go check in.
Oh shoot, you're right. Let's go.
Rain, I believe there is something we should discuss.
Again? Dad, I already told you like 1,000,000 times. I don't want another princess to come visit or... Wait, who's that?
This is who I wanted to speak to you about. This little one was banded at our doorstep earlier in the evening. I cannot say who brought it here, but I can assure you that she is not from our kingdom.
What makes you say that? She seems kind of small, but it still looks mostly human, so she probably just... Ow! She bit me! Why did she bite me? What is she?
A demon, from what the scholars can put together. But she's not a malicious one. I believe because she is so young that we could teach her to use her dark powers for good, considering we don't want a demon running loose to attack our people. But there was something else that came to mind.
What was it?
Well, Rain, my son, you do tend to run off a lot, especially recently.
No, you don't mean it.
And since there have been rumors of a monster roaming the palace gardens and lurking around town,
Dad, no, come on.
I decree it is only fair for me to assign you a personal guard.
No!
She will be able to watch over you
This is
as
so
both
unfair.
guardian
I don't need a
and an
babysitter.
ally.
She
Perhaps
looks so much
you two
smaller than
will
me. I
become
can take
good
care of
friends in
myself.
time.
This is going
It
to
will be good
so
for you to have
stupid.
someone
Dad,
watching
you don't
out
have
to
watch
ensure
over
that...
all the-
Rain, please! Rain, there are rumors of monsters roaming around the kingdom. And since I know how prone you are to running off while sneaking outside, I would feel much better knowing that you had someone to protect you. Someone with powers that can combat these dangerous creatures. Do you understand?
Yeah, I do.
Perhaps you shouldn't think of her as just your protector. From what I can tell, she's only a few months older than you. More like a big sister, shall we say? So, you could try to...
A sister? She's my new sister? Why didn't you just say that? I've always wanted a sister. We can give each other makeovers and gossip and wear matching necklaces and a bunch of other fun stuff. What do you say, sis? This is fine.
Hopefully she'll grow out of that biting phase. Maybe I should get her some teething toys.
What's her name?
Well, I really haven't thought of that. What do you think her name should be?
I get to pick?
Unless you want me to name her after a flower or...
Nope, I'm picking. How about Cassie?
Cassie. As in short for Cassandra, like the hero from your favorite novel?
Yeah, and she's gonna be my guard, right? So that means she'll grow up to be super strong. And she's a demon with cool magical powers, so it totally fits.
Alright then, Cassandra it is. A very regal name, for sure. Now, I'll leave you two alone to get familiar with one another. Princess Malibu's coming for another visit tomorrow, so please, prepare yourself accordingly.
Okay, this isn't so bad. We can have a ton of fun together tomorrow when Malibu gets here. She's basically gonna be my best friend. My name is Rain, remember? Me, Rain? We'll work on that later. For now, let's get ready for tomorrow. Cassie, what do you want to wear? That weird shirt is kinda ugly, but I got lots of extra stuff.
What?
Yeah? Oh, yeah! That's my name! Nice! This is gonna be awesome! High five! Close enough! Huh? Malibu? Why are you hiding in the bushes? I've been waiting for you!
No, I'm not the princess.
Oh, then who are you?
Well, you know about all those big, scary monsters running around in town?
The ones my dad is always talking about. Yeah?
I'm one of those.
Oh, wow, really? You don't look like a monster.
What else would I be?
I don't know. You look like a friend to me.
My name is Marmalade, so I guess I'm your friend. Nothing more, nothing less.
My name is Rain, and it's a good thing to be. I'm super fun to be friends with.
I guess I should come by to visit you lots then, right? If you're so much fun, I want to be here to see it.
Of course. You can come visit whenever you...
Rain, there you are.
Malibu! I'm so happy you're here. There's actually someone I want you to meet. This is Marmalade. They're
A bush?
No? I don't think they're a bush. Hey, where'd you go? Ah!
Oh, there they are.
Actually, this is my new big sister, Cassie. Huh, that's weird. I wonder where they went.
As the years came to pass, Prince Rain did meet Marmalade again. The strange pair of friends would meet alone in the garden. Yet whenever someone new would arrive, Marmalade always vanished. Everyone began to refer to the unseen pink creature as Rain's imaginary friend, something that the prince didn't have enough evidence to argue against. Even little Cassie never found out about the strange monster in their garden. In fact, the feral demon actually grew up into quite the talented knight. She trained within the royal guard for years to protect her younger sibling, who was instead bombarded with studying royal decrees and mannerisms in the isolation of the castle. Once Cassie finally completed her training, she was partnered with Rain to become the prince's personal protector, just as the king had planned. Yet she no longer possessed any of the dark powers from her youth. Having long since forgotten her magic, Cassie hardly even remembers that she's a demon at all. King Zen was surprised, to say the least, when the chaotic demon grew up into such a level-headed human girl, but he wasn't one to question such things and left it be. Rain, on the other hand, seemed to be someone whom King Zen would constantly question. They continued to dodge arranged marriages, even after forming an alliance with Princess Malibu's kingdom, and the king was becoming impatient with his son's antics. Rain spent most of the time free from their studies, reading, writing, and painting portraits in the palace gardens. And as soon as they were old enough to leave the castle, the young prince would also visit the local villages or towns on a daily basis, always accompanied by Cassie. The siblings had spent a few years apart while apprenticing to master their craft, one as a ruler and one as a knight, yet that time apart only seemed to make their bond stronger. On most days, it would be odd to ever see the unlikely duo apart during any public event, yet they still made time for other relationships as well. Rain seemed to be much more of a social outcast than their sister, however, who had already befriended most of the royal guard. Rain was very outgoing and eccentric, but it was hard for the jaded prince to form any true connections. Their only friends aside from Cassie were Princess Malibu, who would visit the palace every month for regal meetings, and Marmalade, who seemed to stop meeting with Rain in the garden as the prince entered their teenage years. It did make Rain wonder if the pink beast really was a figment of their imagination after all, but they still can't be sure. That brings us back to today. Both siblings are 18 years old now, and Prince Rain is planned to have their coordination tomorrow afternoon. Yet the prince still seems to be too distracted to focus on their upcoming royal duties, unaffected by Cassie's attempts of comfort.
See? What did I say about keeping up your guard? I told you it would be important, but nope. You just wanted to go hide in the library again instead of taking a proper self-defense lesson.
Hey, I was looking for something. That's not fair.
Do you think your enemies will care if this is fair or not?
Well, no.
My point exactly. Come on. Up you go. Wait. Did you say you were looking for something? Not this again. Rain, your imaginary friend isn't hiding here.
Hey, Marmalade is not imaginary.
Really? You, the biggest daydreamer in the whole kingdom, didn't have an imaginary friend when you were a kid?
First off, I'm not a daydreamer. I'm a visionary. I am an artist. I put a lot of time into my creative genius every time we go visit town. Those murals are hard to paint. And secondly, I didn't have an imaginary friend. I had you in Malibu.
And a pink talking pig creature.
Okay, it does sound made up when you say it like that.
Well, it doesn't matter. Look, Rain, your coronation is tomorrow, and that's a lot of responsibility, especially with Dad harping on you about getting married even more than before. I know how much this stuff stresses you out, so I just wanted to make sure you were alright.
What? Me? Stressed? I don't know what you're talking about.
Your pendant is upside down.
So it is.
My point being, you're so obsessed with keeping your uniform nice that you would never put it on upside down. Unless you're nervous about something.
Yeah, you caught me. I don't know, Cassie, it's just a lot to unwrap all at once. At least your job is fun. You get to go around fighting monsters and saving townsfolk. All I get to do is smile and wave from the balcony. I feel like a useless figurehead.
That's ridiculous, Rain. The townspeople love you, and they do for a good reason. Do you know what that reason is?
Is it because I'm loud and I make a lot of jokes that annoy Dad?
Okay, that's a good runner-up, but no.
Do they think I'm handsome?
Don't make me answer that.
Okay, fine, I give up. What is it?
They like you because you're kind.
That's kind of a broad term. Care to elaborate?
Well, you care about everyone, and always try to do what's best for them. When I was little, you took me under your wing the moment I arrived. Every time we go into town, you would always try to help people and cheer the townsfolk up with your stories. Heck, Malibu's even told me that you actually faked being poisoned just so she wouldn't have to marry you. That sounds pretty selfless, even if you have a big head sometimes. It was kind.
Kind of amazing?
Is this all just flying over your head?
Maybe.
Rain,
I mean, really, who's to say?
this is important. Remember how much of a big deal you made over my royal guard status?
Yeah, of course I do. They made a huge festival in your honor. Now my little Cassie is all grown up.
I'm like half a year older than you. But that's not important. What is important is that festival. If you thought that was huge, multiply it by 6. That's how massive this coronation will be. It's a big deal. Can you at least try to take it seriously?
Okay, I get it. Super important noble stuff. I can handle that.
Can you though?
Sure, why not? I've been dealing with Dad's looming presence of responsibility for my whole life at this point. Compared to the stress he gives me, I'm sure this will be a breeze. Besides, I'd kind of like to pretend it won't be so bad, if that makes sense. I've been so worked up about this stupid event for a really long time, and I know a lot of people are counting on me to get it right, but I just... I don't know. I guess I don't want to let everybody down.
You won't. Trust me.
But what if I do?
You won't.
What if I say something wrong?
You won't.
What if I'm a bad king?
Rain.
What if Dad...
Rain, calm down.
I can't! I've dreamt of this day for years, but now that it's finally here, I'm dreading it more than anything else I've ever done. Cassie, this is the biggest moment of my life. I've pictured this scene in my head since I was like 3 years old. What if... What if it's not everything I imagined?
It will be, Rain. I promise. And hey, if anyone tries to interrupt the ceremony, you've got the world's best knight on the job.
Does this mean you're finally gonna try using magic again?
What? No. I have a sword. I can't use magic, and neither can you. We're humans, remember? We've already been over this.
No way, I'm still not buying it. I don't remember a ton from when we were kids, but I remember you used magic. You even had fangs.
Are you accusing me of being a witch or being Count Dracula?
I don't know, but I have the bite marks to prove it. Wanna see?
Ew, no, Rain, put your sleeve down.
But it's super cool, look!
I don't need to see.
Children, please. I'm getting too old for this nonsense.
My apologies, Father.
Sorry, Dad.
That's quite alright. Now, Cassie, I need you to go over some preparations for the coronation with you tonight. Ray, I suggest you go to your room, study up before the ceremony.
Oh, actually, Dad, if you got a minute, maybe I could talk to you about...
Ray, please, just listen to me for once, okay?
Yeah, got it. Whoa! How'd you get up here? I hate to break it to you, but the castle isn't really open for visitors right now. I mean, stop by again in the morning, and we can... Marmalade? I knew it, you are real! Wait, or are we just in my imagination right now?
No, I'm pretty sure this is real.
Oh, good. You know, Cassie really had me going on for a while with the whole you aren't real thing, but I'm glad you're back. I've been trying to find you for years. We have a lot to catch up on, and you should definitely meet my... Hey, what's with the stat...
You're finally awake. Excellent! Good evening, little prince. Or should I say morning? You've been out for a long time. Don't worry, this will all be over soon.
Huh? What's happening?
Don't play coy. You know exactly who I am. Or have the sands of time lost my name in the ancient history of your kingdom?
Oh no, not you! Anyone but you! Who are you exactly?
I am X, the greatest mage your land had ever known. You stole Otalius from me centuries ago. And for what? Peace? Harmony? Give me a break. That stone should be used as what I created it for. A weapon. The most powerful weapon of the realm. I am insulted that your family would ever use it for anything less, wasting my magic's potential.
Wait, my family? What did you do to my family?
Nothing. The only one I've hurt is you.
But I don't feel hurt.
I'm a mage, you fool. Do you honestly expect me to hit you with a stick or a hammer? No, that's the job for my lovely assistant. Marmalade has done wonders for my plans over the years. They even found a secret passageway that would let them into the castle gardens. They would have been arrested if anyone else found them, so luckily you were the fool to do it. But no, when I hurt someone, I tend to go for something much more, traumatizing.
What did you do to me?
It's just a simple curse, nothing more. After all, I must have some way to ensure you don't escape my grasp, little one. I need you for my plans.
Plans? What plans?
An explanation will come soon enough, I assure you. For now, all you need to know is that your father is going to be destroyed when he finds out you've gone missing. I'll let him panic and send out search parties for a while, but they'll never find you, of course. Who would search the obsidian forest anyways?
The obsidian... You were the oracle! The one my father told me stories about! You must want the Vitalius back to use it as a weapon, something to conquer the whole realm!
Bingo! Give the prince a prize! That's exactly it. Now I just need to wait until the king is desperate enough to trade it back to me in exchange for you.
He would never agree to that. He knows what the Vitalius is capable of.
Oh, don't be so sure. One more thing about that curse.
I still don't feel any different.
Of course you don't. You're still my prisoner. The moment you try to escape, however, I don't think you'll enjoy the new life I've welded for you.
What?
Welded, like metal. It's a pun. I'm a bit rusty, but give me a chance. It'll be a tin of new experiences.
This isn't the time for jokes.
Aw, and here I thought you were supposed to be the fun one. Whatever, doesn't matter. If you leave my territory, you'll essentially turn into a tin man and be stuck as a monster forever. No biggie, right? But I doubt you'd enjoy that. So I recommend staying here. See you soon.
X waited about a week before calling upon the king, trying to convince him to make the trade. Yet the king refused, knowing that giving up the Vitalius would doom the land. Day after day, Cassie watched her father refuse the Oracle's offers, continuing to send out search parties for their location. He'd never searched the Obsidian Forest, though, knowing that it was the only place X could use the full extent of their power, which made it very dangerous turf. Unfortunately, as time went on, people simply stopped looking. 2 months after the prince's disappearance, the kingdom all but shut down as Zen was overtaken with grief. Cassie couldn't convince her father to continue the search, yet the guard wasn't as quick to give up on her sibling. Under the cover of night, Cassie left the castle and quested out into the unknown to begin looking for Rain, who was still imprisoned by the Oracle. The poor prince spent most of their time prisoner, locked away in an empty, dark cell underground. No light, no water, nothing. The Oracle would stop by once a week to cast an enchantment over the miserable teen, ensuring that Rain would stay alive despite their poor health, only to storm out in anger afterwards. One evening, X had been so infuriated by Zen's refusal that they'd forgotten to lock the cell door on the way out, giving Rain the small window they needed to escape. This victory was short-lived, though, because the curse cast on the prince was a merciless one. The moment that Rain stepped foot out of the Obsidian Forest, they doubled over in agony, forced to watch as their skin was slowly overtaken by a silver color, their body transforming into a hollow one of solid tin. This nightmarish appearance frightened Rain so much that they immediately went into hiding, too afraid of their own reflection to seek out any villages nearby. Cassie, meanwhile, was nearly at her first destination on her list of towns to pass by. The young knight is completely oblivious to the other people entangled in her story. A princess wondering when her friend will return, a rogue roaming the edges of civilization, and even a humble student of magic in the smallest village of them all. There are dragons, monsters, and people too, all lingering in the shadows of this tale. Perhaps they'll cross paths one day. Perhaps they won't. Only time will tell.
Fascinating stuff. The prince is still missing. Yikes, I thought I would have found the poor guy by now. Maybe it's about time I tag along to help? I'd be a fun night. But it's kinda late outside. So the fun will have to wait until morning.